I just understand the dangers behind it. I understand the danger behind it, especially in a 10-round fight, and there's no goddamn headgear. Yeah, you got to be goddamn cautious. But I think the fact that you even believe it, whether we think you can win or fucking not, this is why you are the best at what you do.
I'm not gonna predict the round, but I just know it's gonna be a moment in the ring and she gonna say, I'm not supposed to be in here. I really cannot wait to see what she do when I land this right hand. And it's not even that, it's not that she's weak or that she's strong, but I'm strong than the MF right now. The moment you think I can beat you, I got you.
Is Claressa Shields truly unbeatable at middleweight? Or is the pressure that comes with being a global superstar finally starting to expose some weaknesses? That question has become a major talking point as Shields continues to dominate the sport while carrying the enormous expectations that come with her status as one of boxing's biggest stars.
Claressa's back next week in Atlanta.
Big fight.
This week.
Big fight
in Atlanta.
She might get a knockout.
I think that I think that Scott has the makings of someone who can keep Shields off of her, right? So if it's the movement, if it's the clinching, whatever she needs to do, I think that some people get in there, man, they draw a blank and they forget how to keep themselves safe in the ring. They forget how to fight back and kind of goes on from there. This Scott's girl, I think that she can do something.
The conversation surrounding the self-proclaimed GWOT took an unexpected turn after a viral exchange between Shields and Shannon Sharpe on Nightcap. Shields argued that strong boxing fundamentals, careful film study, and a high fight IQ can help close almost any physical gap against elite competition. She even brought up male punchers such as Rolando Romero to explain her point. Romero quickly dismissed the hypothetical matchup, but Shields used the discussion to explain why she believes her understanding of boxing remains on another level.
I've been sparring against boys and men for 20 years. That's 2 decades of boxing. I didn't say I'm going to go in there and knock Rolly out. I didn't say I can overpower him. I said I can outbox him. I've outboxed plenty of men who are professional boxers inside the ring. Yeah, sparring is not a real fight of sparring, but boxing is not MMA sparring. MMA sparring is 60%, 70. Most of the time up in sparring, especially sparring against a guy and he got his girlfriend in the gym, his wife in the gym, his kids in the gym, he not finna let no woman get off on him. I get off on men and piece them up and sparring respectfully with their women and with their kids there because I'm a very serious boxer. You cannot speak doubt into my skills and what I can do, Shannon. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that because you got to really be in the gym. I sparred over 100 rounds for this fight against Franchon. Watched her. I sparred all men. I had 2 different sparring partners, 10 rounds twice a week. That's 20 rounds, 2 different men for, I don't know, 8-10 weeks straight. I sparred over 100 rounds. These guys are pros. The sparring partner I had was 170 pounds. One was 173 pounds. I'm sparring against these guys to get ready for my world championship fight against...
Shannon Sharpe immediately pushed back on that idea. Instead of focusing only on technique and intelligence, Sharpe brought the conversation back to the physical realities of boxing. Size, strength, leverage, pace, and what actually happens when 2 fighters meet under the pressure of a real fight can completely change the situation. That became the heart of the debate. How much can elite technique overcome when physical advantages become a major factor?
So you saying that if it's money and belt on the line and I got me a 2 or 3 month camp, you telling me that Rolly gonna knock me out up in what round?
Rolly gonna beat you. Yes, Rolly would stop you. Yes, Rolly would stop you. Yes, I believe Rolly would stop you.
While the internet focused on the back and forth between Shields and Sharpe, boxing fans quickly turned their attention toward Atlanta. Shields was preparing to return to the ring for the unified WBC and WBA middleweight championship, where her technical ability would face a serious physical challenge. Standing across from her was Australia's Kaye Scott, a reigning WBC and WBA champion who had no intention of simply playing a supporting role in the latest chapter of the Claressa Shields story.
I think she's been underestimating me a little bit, but we'll see. I'm ready for everything that she comes at me with.
Why do you think she's been underestimating you?
I think it's easy too. I feel like the whole world has underestimated me, mostly because they just see that pro record of only being 7 fights there. But we'll just see on Saturday night. I think it's going to be a really exciting fight for everyone to watch.
I'm not underestimating you at all. That's what I think. Now you're underestimating me thinking that.
Okay.
I have been in the gym training 3-4 times a day. I've been dieting. Usually I do a 6-week camp. I did 12 for you. 12. Not because of the weight. I've been made weight last week. That was simple. Me making the weight, no, I trained for you. I watched you. I know we're good in the amateurs. I know you are more experienced. The girls in the amateurs, majority of them may box better than the girls in the pro. So I don't take your record of being 5-1-1 as a joke. I sparred so many rounds and we watched so much film. I didn't underestimate you, but I want you to understand that when God gives me an opportunity to perform on a big stage in Atlanta, it's not really nothing against you. I just have to perform at a very high level to destroy you. And I know that you worked hard, you strong, you're big. I'm talking about, I know. So I look forward to us fighting on Saturday, but I didn't underestimate you. I didn't. I still trained. I watched the film. I dieted more than usual. And listen, I'm prepared.
Scott is an experienced international amateur with plenty of tournament experience and a natural size of a middleweight. While Shields has moved through several weight divisions during her career, Scott has spent much of her boxing journey competing around this particular weight class. That created an interesting stylistic matchup. Scott is an aggressive and physically strong champion who wants to test whether Shields can handle a rough, physical fight at close range. The big question was whether Shields' technique could remain effective if Scott refused to give her space.
I've had a fantastic training camp, and all I can do is control the controllables. My sparring's been on point, my conditioning's been on point, my diet's been on point, and my mindset's on point. So this opportunity has arisen, and I'm just taking it with full force. And she wouldn't want to be against an opponent who doesn't believe that she can do it, and I think I can create history and go out there and bring everything and make it a really challenging fight and bring those belts back home to Australia.
You do not have the pro experience that Claressa has, but you are a longtime amateur, 15 years in the Australian boxing program. How can you use that to your advantage?
I think that's helped because although this will be the biggest stage that I've fought on, I think going in the amateurs, you go to the World Championships and the Commonwealth Games and stuff like that, you go through all the nerves and the traveling, and so I'm very much used to being up there and having to talk to media and do that kind of stuff. So I feel like I'm probably in a better position than some of her other opponents have been to it. It's not new to me. Also that I've been around a lot of international high-level successful athletes that have transitioned through to the pros. So they're names that I recognize and appreciate how amazing that they've had in their pro career, but I've also seen them as kind of just humans and athletes that I've trained alongside as well. So it kind of normalizes things rather than putting them up on a pedestal so much. And that helps me mentally anyway.
During the official press events, Scott made her position very clear. She showed no fear of Shields' reputation, technical skills, or the difficult weight cut required to reach middleweight. Scott appeared confident that she could bring the physical pressure needed to make Shields uncomfortable once the two fighters stepped into the ring.
Claressa wouldn't want someone that's not going into a fight not thinking they can win. Like, why would you want to go in there with someone that's not kind of on themselves and thinking, like, I have the belts, they're mine. So I'm going in there as champ, so that's the go.
Yeah. Do you think you're underrated? I mean, a lot of people try to, critique your experience just because of the pro record, but I mean, you've had a ton of fights in the amateurs as well.
Yeah, it's like, I know myself, like the smaller community or people that know my background kind of know the truth behind it, and
to be honest, I kind of turn off the comments on everything else.
Right.
Like I see a few things and I'm just like, nah, that doesn't deserve my energy. So, like, I haven't actually seen a lot of it. Some people send it to me and I'm like, nah, all right. Like, people are entitled to their opinion. I don't really care. I don't have to change that. My focus is just 100% on Saturday night and putting all the energy where it deserves to be. So, and that's on me. There's no point me getting online and trying to speak to John, who's like, this is a joke. She's had 7 fights. I don't care what John thinks. Like, I care that I'm here and I'm gonna give it everything. So
yeah. You mentioned age as well. That's another thing that people like to criticize. You bring up your age. I mean, you certainly don't look your age. So
I'm in the gym training with all like our pro and amateur team, and they are all like mostly in their 20s. So, and I stay alongside them and do the exact training as what they do. So, and it's always been that way. I got into boxing very late because my state had it illegal. I couldn't fight any earlier than what I did, and I was late transitioning into the pros. But body hasn't been an issue for me, and it hasn't been so far. So while I'm still kicking ass, I'm going to keep kicking ass.
Do you think analysts were watching that situation very closely? If Shields arrived even slightly drained after making the middleweight limit, Scott's physical approach could become extremely important. Her ability to move forward, close the distance, clinch, and use her strength could potentially disrupt Shields' footwork and prevent her from controlling the fight from the outside.
I think that Scott has the makings of someone who can keep Shields off of her, right? So if it's the movement, if it's the clinching, whatever she needs to do, I think that some people get in there, man, they draw a blank and they forget how to keep themselves safe in the ring. They forget how to fight back, and kind of goes on from there. This Scott's girl, I think that she can do some of those things.
What if Kaye Scott has a better chance than Kaye Scott? That's Malik Scott's wife.
I know. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. I caught it after a second.
I'm trying to put two and two together.
That's crazy.
Malik is training her these days.
Oh, she ain't that big.
No, I know.
Yeah, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not true. Trying to put Kate up there. Sounds Kate. Keep doing your thing. We'll stalk her and analyze the box.
Okay, so
yeah. Now this girl, she 1 loss, 1 draw, 5 wins. 42, but 42 with only 7 professional fights. I'm lost.
She's seasoned. She's healthy, ready.
In
I
Australia,
ain't putting that body. I ain't putting that body. You in your prime to me, baby. But I'm just saying that I just worry about the experience getting up in there with a Claressa Shields. So I don't know how to. You know anything about her amateur record? Oh. Amateur record, she's almost at 70-some fights, so maybe.
Yeah.
But you need to be really experienced getting up there with Claressa Shields. That's my thing.
When Shannon Sharpe was asked whether Shields had what it takes to break down Kaye Scott, he moved away from the viral arguments and offered a more detailed assessment of the matchup. Sharpe focused heavily on Shields' advantages in speed, lateral movement, and her ability to throw punches in combinations. Those qualities could become especially important if Scott attempts to make the fight physical and force Shields into extended exchanges.
You are the best at what you do.
But that's what now that we're speaking on that, I think I tweeted and I said, the way how I believe in myself, it is not to intimidate you, but that is what greats have to do. And I am a great. I've been a great for a long time, and I know what I can and what I cannot do. And
Sharpe's analysis highlighted one of the biggest tactical realities of a Shields fight. She rarely depends on landing one huge punch to win. Instead, Shields often overwhelms opponents by putting together 4 and 5 punch combinations, frequently starting with her lead hand. That high-volume attack can force aggressive opponents to stop, reset, and hesitate before they can launch their own offense.
In the future, I didn't think she would say yes to the fight. So she said yes to the fight. I'm happy that she did that. And Atlanta, August 15th, I want you guys to know something, and I want Kevin to know something too. I will not be the same person that I am right now. I will not have on no heels. I will not have on no hair. I won't have on no lip gloss or no makeup. I'm coming with the Queen Latifah, Cleo, braid straight to the back. I'm coming ripped up, muscles in my neck, and I'm ready to go. And Kaye Scott, I actually feel like I love you a little bit. Like, I love you, you know what I'm saying? Because we've been knowing each other for a lot of years. We shared the ring. I celebrate her success, her wins. I'm not a hater, so I can do that. But the only time I have to go against anybody is when they get inside the ring with me. So I gotta rock with me, and I'm telling you, Kaye Scott is so strong. I just hope that Mark has came to my training camps. He know what I do. Mark, I hope you warned him. I'm top dog. I'm top dog. I'm mean. I'm strong. You know, I'm fast and I'm accurate. Don't think me losing this 20 pounds on, you know, only thing you're gonna have on me on the fight is your breast gonna be bigger than mine. That's it. Everything else gonna be smaller. And I'm just looking forward to.
Rolando Romero also offered his prediction on whether Kaye Scott has a realistic path toward defeating the pound-for-pound queen. Romero pointed out that Shields' skill set can be both a major advantage and an interesting weakness. Her defensive reactions and combination punching make her extremely difficult to beat on the scorecards. But because she has not consistently been known for stopping elite opponents, Scott could potentially have all 10 rounds to search for one fight-changing opportunity. One clean shot could completely change the direction of the contest.
I believe her. I believe she can beat me. Yeah, she'll knock me out.
I think you're being facetious.
No, I'm here for her. I don't hit women.
That's true. I understand that. No, I'm just. Did you shake your head, or did you say why? Out of all the names, did you pull your name out of the hat?
No. I believe her. I truly believe she can beat me.
Yeah, interesting.
The predictions did not stop with Sharpe and Romero. Experienced boxing trainers, former fighters, and broadcast analysts from around the sport also began studying the matchup and offering their own opinions. Everyone was looking at the same central question. Could Scott's physical strength and pressure create problems that Shields' technical ability could not completely solve?
You know, there's a little bit of a mistake or I don't know if the word's mistake, or it's just a little strange to me, a boxing lifer, that she doesn't punch better, because she throws punches with bad intention. She got good hand speed, good quality. She'll land clean. She'll time you. She'll counter you. I mean, if she was a baseball player, what was it? The five abilities to be a great baseball player, right? You got to be able to hit. You got to be able to run bases. You got to be able to field, and there was two others. There was like 5 of them. Whatever it was. That's why I wasn't a great baseball player. I only had 3 of them. but she would be, if you were using that same rule of thumb to judge a fighter, she's got them all. But she doesn't really bring the power. Or
only 3 knockouts in her 18 wins. Yeah,
she doesn't exhibit the power. She doesn't get that result. And again, it's a little bit of an enigma for me. If a boxing lifer, a little bit of an enigma, because again, she'll time you, she'll hit you clean, everything else. But again, punches are born, they're not made. And it goes to show you, she's physically, stout. She's physically, compact and strong. But I always say the greatest punches are the wiry ones. The skinny son of a guns that aren't as physical, where you say, oh, that must be a big puncher. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not. But the wiry ones almost always are, if they want to.
Several prominent boxing commentators describe the matchup as a battle between precision and attrition. In a recent fight preview on DAZN News, analysts examined the different strengths each fighter brings into the ring. Shields has the speed, movement, experience, and combination punching to control long stretches of a fight, while Scott has the physical size and aggressive style needed to make every round difficult.
She said that she wanted to drop back to 160 to fight Kaye Scott for the middleweight titles. What was your reaction?
I was worried, to be honest with you, because I used to fight myself, and I know that coming down in weight is very difficult. And if you could see, as you see the fighters do, they usually go up in weight to fight bigger guys. It's very rare that a fighter comes back down in weight to be a champion. And it's actually only been done one time by Roy Jones Jr. in a 120-year history of modern boxing. So it's really challenging. And if you look at Claressa's career, her first world title was at super middleweight. Then she came down to middleweight. Then she came down to junior middleweight. Then she went back up to middleweight, became undisputed, went back down to junior middleweight. Claressa has always chased greatness, and she's always done what has to be done to make the biggest and the best fights. And this is one of those examples. I went to visit Claressa in training camp last week. She looks trim, slim, mean, sharp, and ready. And one of the things that I want to say that's taken for granted, you know, Claressa has been the first woman ever in the history of American television to be the main event on television. She opened up the door for women's boxing. The reason why we see women's boxing on television, pretty much every show, that it's a regular, it's a requirement, is because Claressa Shields broke that door and she made it happen. And she's unapologetic, she is straightforward, she's very confident about what equality means, what it means for a fighter like herself, who's a two-time Olympic gold medalist, who's done things inside the ring that no one has ever done. And the opponents have been the best of the best, truly the best of the best.
Meanwhile, experienced corner trainers warned that Scott's best chance may be to turn the fight into a close-range battle. If Scott allows Shields to control the center of the ring and establish a rhythm behind a sharp jab, the Australian champion could spend the entire night chasing her opponent. For Scott, the priority would be closing the distance, making the exchanges physical, and preventing Shields from comfortably setting the pace.
I don't think Claressa Shields got no more learning. She has everything that she needs in her arsenal to stop and destroy anybody. Now, of course, you guys know Claressa Shields is going through that weight cut. She's cutting weight. As you can see, we on the track. We cutting weight as well. But she had to go back down to where Miss Kaye Scott is. Miss Kaye Scott, like I said, 5 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. She has the opportunity to make a good name for herself. Win, lose, or draw, we got to take our hats off to that fighter because she's the only one that wants to challenge herself against Claressa Shields. Now, a lot of people are like, well, man, we sick of this. You know, Claressa Shields never fights the guys or the women that we really want to see. Well, I'm going to tell y'all like this. Alicia Bumgun, all them guys that she tried to fight in the past, she tried to call them people out. She been called their names out. She been pulled their card. And guess what? Nobody ever wanted to step up and challenge themselves. Now,
despite entering the fight as a major betting favorite, Claressa Shields was fighting for more than another championship victory. She was also protecting her position at the top of the sport. A slow or unconvincing decision victory would give her critics something new to discuss. But a dominant and explosive performance would send an entirely different message to the boxing world. Shields had the opportunity to remind everyone why she remains one of the biggest names in the sport.
Listen, I'm looking at Kaye Scott muscles. I'm looking at her. I'm like, man, this girl is like huge, right? I really cannot wait to see what she do when I land this right hand. And it's not even that. It's not that she's weak or that she's strong, but I'm strong than an MFer right now. I'm talking about I could push a truck. I can lift her, Mark, and Dimitri up at one time right now. I'm talking about the whole table. I can lift it up. I know Kaye Scott is tough. I know she's strong. I know that she believes in herself, which I love that you, believe in yourself, because that's what you need to. The moment you think I can beat you, I got you. So I ain't got you yet. But inside the ring, when one of them shots catch her, she gonna say, oh, this bitch got me. That's what I'm waiting for. So I'm not gonna predict the round, but I just know it's gonna be a moment in the ring and she gonna say, I'm not.
Could Kaye Scott pull off one of the biggest championship upsets of the modern era? That is the question fans were left debating. Do you agree with Shannon Sharpe and Rolando Romero's predictions? Or do you believe Kaye Scott is being seriously underestimated? Let us know your exact round-by-round prediction in the comments. Smash that like and subscribe button, and stay tuned to Boxing Trends for all the latest Fight Night coverage. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.